What is up, everybody? TheAireaidLord is here. This is a very infrequent channel update. I don't usually do these because I'm so sparsely on the freaking YouTube channel these days, but I try to stay consistent where I can be. Yeah, am I making you look at this? Okay. Um, yeah, this is just a generic update video. I could even make myself like the biggest thing on the screen. I don't know, whatever. You can just see all my desktop applications. Anyway, actually no, that's bothering me. I'll just make myself the biggest thing here. There we go. I was like, why am I gonna make you look at my desktop? Doesn't make any sense. All right. Yeah, so this is an update. It is June. Well, it's in 2 minutes. It's about to be June 2nd, but right now, as I'm making this video, it is the 1st of June. Half the fucking year is gone. Or not gone. I mean, it's just like over. Kind of crazy. I guess I don't know what situations you guys are in, but my job has been this work from home mode. For a while. It's starting to come out of it. Here in America, the COVID restrictions are slowly but surely going away. This past Memorial Day weekend was really eye-opening just as to like how many places are easing the mask restrictions. It's interesting to see people's faces and their smiles, and it's a nice thing, and it reminds us that things are going back to normal. Some of the sports teams that I follow in Boston are there was full capacity, like for the Bruins game, they had full capacity, even the Red Sox. So yeah, no, it's going to be cool, especially, obviously the main team that I follow is the New England Patriots for football. So that's going to be, and I already have tickets to 2 games actually for this fall. So that's going to be wild having that stadium packed. Yeah, so welcome to the channel. I wanted to talk about a few things, because I know I haven't really been making much content in the way. I mean, at this point, it's a combination of random Walking Dead vlogs and then also my retrospective series, which has been quite enjoyable. I've made 3 vlogs of that so far, the first of which was looking at my first video ever, which was the Assassin's Creed Brotherhood walkthrough, all the way back in 2010. And then we had 2 different camera videos, which was the 2 ways that I used to film YouTube videos. The first of which was the JVC camcorder, and then the other one was the Sony DSC-HX1. Both far outdated. I still have the Sony DSC as I show in the video. But yeah, that was back in my high school days where I had a hell of a lot more time to dedicate to making YouTube videos. The concept of being a YouTube content creator was a totally novel concept at the time. I mean, this was before PewDiePie was even big. I started my YouTube channel 2 months after PewDiePie started his. So, you had people like the Syndicate Project and Hutch that were getting big at that time. People who were good at Call of Duty, if you were decent at Call of Duty, had pretty good commentary, and you had a capture card, those 3 things got you a following. People just wanted to see like the commentary over the FPS stuff. It was big back then. And I seized on a different market trying to do individual playthroughs of new games, which again, like, there was pros and cons to that. Like, I didn't really grow much of an audience, like a following to follow my content. But it did expose me to a lot of different games that I would not have played in both the years 2011 and 2012. 2013 sort of, to some extent. I mean, I kind of stopped once I went to college, excluding GTA 5, of course. But I'd say that for the years of 2011 and 2012, I was playing most of the big games, if not all of the big games. And so I wouldn't have done that if not for the YouTube channel. So it exposed me to different stories and different studios and a lot of interesting different types of games. And all those playthroughs are still on my channel if any of you guys are interested in kind of just going back in time and looking at the playlist and the games and the kind of off-the-cuff way that I was filming some of my content. So, Anyway, not to make this a complete memory lane vlog, I have obviously the retrospective for that purpose. Um, I wanted to talk about a potential playthrough on the channel. Now, I'm not going to guarantee this, but there is actually a game that's coming out that I pre-ordered that I'm actually interested in playing as soon as it arrives here. Um, because I've been a fan of this series since I was a kid, and there's a new iteration in the series. This is for Ratchet and Clank. I don't even know the name of it. It's all I know is that it's a new Ratchet and Clank game. There's like a new female Lombax, and I believe it's PS5 exclusive. I got it for PS5, so it'll be interesting to play that game. And see kind of what we're in store for. Now, I still have the Elgato game capture. I'm looking at it right now. It's collecting dust, and that's the capture card that I eventually used to film all of my gameplay stuff. I have not tried it with the PlayStation 5. I don't even know if it works. I mean, I'd have to assume it does. I'll look up some vlogs because I know they've released newer versions of the Elgato game capture. There's like the 60 frames version. There's new versions. Like I still have the old one that, was doing 720p 30 frames like back when that was the standard. And again, like it's outdated now, the years go on and it's just an outdated device. So I don't know if it'll work with the PlayStation 5. Again, it's been a long ass freaking time since I've done it. I don't remember the last time I even tried to do a playthrough. I mean, I was so bored with COVID last summer that I tried to do a playthrough of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood HD just because it was approaching 10 years that I had played that game and I had not played the Ezio HD collection. I did upload a few playthrough parts, but then I felt that it was going to get spammy, and, and then the other reason is because my game glitched. My fucking original file that I did glitched because I got out of the Animus during the Sequence 9 battle, and, apparently that's like a game-crippling glitch because Desmond can't, like, go back into the Animus. Like, Sequence 8 bleeds into Sequence 9. There's an entire video where it's like one of the biggest glitches I've ever had. I think I did upload that video from last July where I talk about how big of a glitch it was because I had to effectively play the entire fucking game over and I didn't record it. I actually ended up platinuming the game. Again, like I felt like it was one of those games on my bucket list to platinum. I've platinumed games that I've dedicated a lot of time to, like Halo 3, Fallout 4, Fallout 3. I tried to do it with GTA 4. I did it with all the single player achievements, but I couldn't fucking get the multiplayer ones are impossible. And now that next to no one plays the online for Grand Theft Auto 4, I have to imagine that they're just completely and utterly impossible. Like that fucking Petrovic achievement where you have to get every record, basically do everything in multiplayer possible. And I imagine anyone who's left playing GTA 4 multiplayer, I have to imagine they're probably just trying to help each other, scam over the achievements any way possible. So, yeah, I usually invest that kind of time into those games, and that's why I did that for Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. I'll take a sip here. Oof. Obviously, now that it's basically officially summertime, and it's starting to get a lot hotter in and around the areas, depending where you live. But so I tried to do a few playthrough parts of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood HD. I didn't upload it because I thought it would be spammy. I don't do the spam uploads of multiple parts anymore. And then also my original game file that I was doing the playthrough off of glitched, and I was just like, well, fuck, this whole playthrough's a dud because the fucking game glitched. So that's not to say though, but this is different because this is a brand new game. This is a brand new game. Other than the YouTubers and the people, I don't know if people are getting this game early, but over 1 million people do playthroughs on YouTube now, so it's not like I'm trying to compete or anything. I just think it would be fun. And it's funny, I mentioned this to one of my online friends, and he's like, won't it be weird to be doing commentary again? I'm like, yeah, it has been a while since I've commentated over a video game playing it. Like, that's just a fact. But I could give it a shot. It just depends how much free time I have. I'm so busy these days, and if I barely have time to make Walking Dead vlogs, I don't know where I'm going to find the time to do, like, parts of a playthrough. And, I mean, it's a cool idea. I just don't know if it'll come to fruition. So I'm thinking about a Ratchet and Clank playthrough. Don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I mean, because there's no other, like, I don't know what other games are come other than the next Horizon Zero Dawn 2 and then God of War Ragnarok, both of which don't have release dates. There's some cool, like, time warping gun game that I ended up pre-ordering that comes out this fall, but I really don't know, like, beyond that, like, what there is for, for video games and gaming. Like, whenever I play a video game, I play, like, old games. Like, I hop on and, screw around in an Age of Empires match, or I have the Master Chief Collection downloaded on my computer now, and so I used to play Halo 3 competitively, so I love to, jump into a match and fight people and swear and get angry, so so yeah, that's really what I've been playing these days in terms of game. I still have not touched Assassin's Creed. I still have 2 games in my collection, Cyberpunk 2077 and Assassin's Creed Valhalla, neither of which I've even made a dent in. I played a little bit of Cyberpunk. I think I beat like a few missions, and then Valhalla, I haven't even fucking put the game in the disc yet. Like, well, actually, no, I downloaded like the most recent updates, but I haven't even started the game. And then there's the final 2 DLCs for Borderlands 3. Like, I played the first 2 DLCs, the Handsome Jackpot, and then the tentacle lover fucking thing or whatever. But I have not done the one in the desert and the one with Krieg from Borderlands 2. So I don't. I mean, and I bought the season pass for Borderlands 3, so I owe it to myself to play it. But I was doing that with a friend, and then that friend stopped playing Borderlands. That's why I just have not touched it. So that's basically where I'm at with video games these days. I mean, again, like I only play them when it's like in a group atmosphere. Like, I actually have sessions where I'll play Battlefield 1 of all games. And, I'll listen to music and chat with friends. But again, it's like a social thing. Like, I have friends physically come over. We put on Battlefield, play some music. Like, it's one of their favorite games. So we just play, pass the controller around, fuck around. And it's old school style video games, So, that's pretty much, I think I just named literally anything I do with gaming, So, and that's why this Ratchet and Clank game is an outlier, because it's like the first new game that I like want to play when it comes out, because I'm such a big fan of the series. So I'm like, yeah, I actually want to play it when it comes out. So, so yeah, we'll see. In terms of The Walking Dead, how long is this vlog right now? It's not that long. I guess the other half of my content is The Walking Dead, which I should mention before people completely get bored from this vlog. I have seen, so there's a few things I can make vlogs about, right? I saw the actor that plays Mercer in the Commonwealth from the comics. There's some photos of him filming season 11. In the classic red black armor that he has from the comic books. So I might do like a video talking about that. Then there's also a few behind the scenes clips of Daryl and Negan with Maggie like underground, like fighting walkers in some like sewer or something. I really don't know where they are, but that's another thing that's like in production right now. But then the season starts, like, it's crazy. The Walking Dead returns in like 2 months because it's an early start because it's the summer. This is the first time we're ever getting The Walking Dead starting in the summer, just because COVID fucked everything up last year. So, yeah, I'm at least gonna do a review vlog per episode. I can't promise you at all that, like, I don't really do the reaction videos anymore. I didn't do them for the bonus episodes, the final, like, bonus episodes of season 10. I reviewed all those vlogs. I considered doing it for Here's Negan, but I ended up actually watching that episode with my dad, so I was like, I'm not doing a reaction video when I'm with my family. So yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I'll think about it for season 11. I feel like maybe I think once it happens, I don't know when it's gonna happen, but like the final episode, like the absolute final episode of the main Walking Dead TV show, pretty sure I'm gonna do a reaction video for that. I mean, I gotta pay an homage to basically what half of my channel has now become. From season 4, I mean, I've been covering this show since season 4 and up. You know, whether it's vlogs or going to like the convention I went to, the final Walker Stalker, basically, that was in Atlanta in 2019, meeting a lot of the actors down there. All the reaction videos that have got hundreds of thousands of views. Yeah, I mean, The Walking Dead was a huge show for me in college. Really was something I followed religiously. And then, you know, even after, the whole Whisper conflict was a really, really cool thing that, like, jump-started, you know, because the show hit that lull period and the Whisperers kind of reignited the show with Angela Kang at the helm. And so now we've kind of reached the finish line with the final arc in the Commonwealth. A lot of questions we've already asked about Rick and how does the CRM factor into the Commonwealth stuff, because the CRM wasn't involved in the comics. Lots of cool stuff, lots of crazy stuff. So I'll try to make a vlog about something end of this week, next week, or at some point. It might be about the Mercer stuff or the bonus behind the scene clips. I know, again, other YouTubers, some of whom I follow, are already covering these topics. But why not? And then I will continue to look into... I know I want to do a retrospective on when I met Darkside Phil for the first time. I know that's probably going to bring a lot of unwanted attention to my channel from people that still follow him and despise him, but... I'm on my YouTube channel so infrequently, I really don't give a shit. If it appeases people who worship that whole cult, then whatever. I'll just fucking review it. And again, like, it's approaching 10 years that I met the guy and made those cringe videos as a kid, right? So it's and that's what I've been doing with the other ones. Like, I've been looking back and cringing at my commentary, like in the unboxing for the camera. Like, I was yelling at people like, "Oh, you guys don't like me in this vlog," or something like that. Like, "Oh, I played with Phil and you guys didn't like me," or I was trying to convince people that I wasn't copying him, even though I completely was copying his playthrough model. Yeah, so just, I mean, it's fun to look back. It was a different phase and era of my life, and, you know, again, it doesn't matter. I mean, Phil was a huge part of the channel moving into 2011. I mean, from meeting him at Kineticon to then all of the stuff we did. I mean, my first playthrough with him was the Resurrection map pack, the Black Ops Zombies on the Moon. When that came out and he featured me on his channel and my subscriber count exploded. Yeah, and then the MagFest, which was, when I was at their table hanging out with, we went out to dinner. I mean, it went up and up and up and increased. And yeah, I mean, he was around, like, a lot of the vlogs, the conventions that I went to, the playthroughs. I mean, we did Borderlands 2 together. We did Halo 4 together. Fuse, that really shitty game Insomniac made for the Xbox. We did that playthrough together. We did a little Resident Evil 6. Uncharted 3 co-op. I mean, that's just off the fucking top of my head. So, yeah, no, it was a long, long journey. I mean, I was doing a lot of content with him, even some in college, but then, I think the last thing I did with him was the Call of Duty World War II Zombies. I think that's the last co-op thing I ever did with Phil. so yeah, it's been since 2017 that I've done anything with him. So and I do not really follow his stuff. Some of the videos that people make about him are, entertaining. So I see those pop up every once in a while, and so it's interesting to get news about the guy through those people. It's almost like a truncated version, like the Snort Burnell videos are fun. I mean, yeah, it's just, I don't know. Anyway, you can get a laugh these days. I feel like, as long as it's not like doing too much harm to people, I don't think it's really a big deal. So, all right. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'm about to pass out over here. Let me know what you think in terms of new content for the channel. If you want to see a Ratchet and Clank playthrough, I'm gonna do something to talk about the Walking Dead news. I feel like, again, we have 2 months, so I should at least do some stuff in June and July to prepare us for the beginning of the new season in August. I think it's something we're all gonna want to see. So I certainly do. I'm gonna be watching it regardless if I make content for it or not. So I figure, why not share my experience with people? And again, I don't know how many of you guys are even still watching the stuff I put out, but at the very least, I know there's like a few people. I had some people commenting on the retrospective videos, so I know there's still some people out there. So anyway, thank you very much, and I will see you later. Peace out.